Having a great company culture is more than just having the right pay to play, core values that are on the wall, such as we have integrity and we're honest and all those things that you typically find. Those are easy. And even still, it's not about getting together and having drinks after work. It's more than that. Having a great company culture that people actually want to be a part of comes down to 4 key types of communication that I see leaders often overlook. Hi, I'm Dale, and for the last 2 decades, I've been leading teams and businesses just like you. It hasn't always been easy. At times, I've been uncertain, afraid of failure, and full of doubt. Having learned from my experiences, I want to help you lead yourself and your team better. Number 1, not providing clarity. Establishing clarity takes work, but that effort is important to get everyone on the same page and rowing in the same direction. And a huge part of establishing clarity is to not just assume that everyone knows that they understand their roles and the part they have to play in achieving our objectives. If everyone is clear on where the team is going and what part each of you play and how you're going to get there, suddenly there's a great feeling of being united, and that brings a lot of momentum in getting you where you want to go. So of course it's easy to say to get everyone united and be rowing in the same direction and paint this pretty picture of what that looks like, but let's take a minute and imagine you're in that environment where you're not establishing this type of clarity and how that feels, right? Because as humans, we fear the unknown, right? So when we don't have this clarity, we don't know where we're going and we don't know what other people are doing. And what that causes is a lot of assumptions and miscommunications, and that creates a toxic environment real quick. And now we're creating little cliques, we don't have trust, and there's all kinds of problems that come as a result of not establishing clarity of the team. Number 2, not engaging with the team. I can never say it enough how important it is to be involved and engage with the people that you work with and that you lead. Although it's easy to just communicate online all the time and so on, it doesn't build a good rapport amongst you and your team or establish the proper camaraderie to strengthen the culture. A lack of engagement often shows up as not getting out of your office or out on the floor and meeting your people and understanding what's going on. Or by not having quality communications and instead you're always communicating over text and email rather than actually having conversations face-to-face or over Zoom. If you're a part of achieving the objectives, then get out there and act like it. Show your face and interact with your team. Number 3, not soliciting feedback from your team. A lot of times leaders like to say, hey, I've got an open door policy. But unfortunately, that's not enough. Your people don't want to be bringing you problems all the time. One of my favorite ways to show that I care and to get involved with the team is to get out there and ask a simple question. If I could snap my fingers and give you anything to make your job easier or more efficient, what would that be? Now, the beauty of this tactic is you're going to get answers, but a caution here is to not use that opportunity to override anyone that might be in charge of those decisions to be made. So for example, when you get an answer back, and that answer involves changing something or whatever has to do, and you're not directly in charge of either that process or that person, then it's important to let the team member know that they've been heard and say, hey, that sounds like an awesome suggestion. Let me go talk to your manager, whoever that might be, about that and see what we can do about it. So don't always just hide behind your desk and behind the computer and hide behind the text messages. Get out there and interact with your team and get some feedback on how you could help them be successful. Number 4, the curse of knowledge. So what does that mean? That means just because you know something, you think everybody else knows it too. As leaders, we can spend a lot of time working on our ideas or projects or visions or whatever the case may be. And because we've invested so much into it and we've got it all in our head, we might trick ourselves into thinking that everyone else knows more than what they actually do. So it's important to get out there and seek affirmations from your team that they're on the same page with what your vision is or what you're trying to communicate. A real simple way to do this is just ask for the feedback. Once you tell them whatever your idea is or whatever you're trying to communicate, just simply ask, hey, tell me what you're hearing. Tell me what you think of that. What do you think we need to get done from here? If the answer you get back is not what you expect, that doesn't mean that they're wrong. It actually means that you're not communicating clearly for them to get on the same page with you. Leadership isn't easy. In fact, it's hard. It takes work, and that's where people screw up. They think, oh, I'm in charge, I'm the manager, I'm the CEO, and that's where it stops. But that's actually where it starts. You see, being the leader is actually one of the hardest jobs on the team because you don't have responsibility for just yourself, but for everyone else. And again, a lot of effort comes with that. So communicating well, establishing clarity, and making sure everybody's on the same page is effort that's well worth it to make sure that you've got a great company culture. That's right, it's work. Welcome to leadership. It's hard. Leading well is never a step 1, step 2 situation. It's about your strategy and philosophy. If you're interested in working with me and my team to become a better leader, then I'm going to put a link below for you to learn more. I'll see you there.